The European chief said the row surrounding whether Windrush citizens had the right to live in the UK had caused fears for EU citizens in Britain about their rights post-Brexit, and how a new EU immigration system would work. Mr. Verhofstadt commented on the crisis, saying, "This could be worrying for millions of EU citizens in the UK who may fear that they could face similar treatment after Brexit." The Home Office has agreed to come to the European Parliament to explain their proposed registration system for EU nationals, and I expect MEPs will rightly want safeguards. He noted EU nationals living in Britain would fear being deported in a similar fashion, and have concerns surrounding the potential registration process suggested by the British government, which has led to worrying errors in the past. GETTYGuy Verhofstadt said Theresa May's handling of the Windrush scandal raised fears for EU citizens. This could be worrying for millions of EU citizens in the UK who may fear that they could face similar treatment after Brexit. Guy Verhofstadt notably, up to 100 EU citizens were wrongly sent deportation letters last year, which Mrs May described as an unfortunate error. Anti-Brexit Labour MP Daniel Zeichner reiterated Mr Verhofstadt's fears, saying, "EU nationals all over the country will have already drawn the comparisons for themselves. The Home Office cannot make our current immigration system work, so there is no prospect of creating a massively more complicated system for many, many more people, and to have it in place and working anytime soon." The treatment of the Windrush generation by Theresa May's government has been despicable. Theresa May met Andrew Holness, Jamaica's Prime Minister, in Downing Street. "The only good that can come is if they now acknowledge the harm they have done, fix it, and back off doing the same to yet more people." This comes as Prime Minister Theresa May met with the leaders of Caribbean nations in Downing Street on the side of the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting to apologise for the handling of the Windrush scandal, saying she was genuinely sorry for the distress caused. Mrs May had originally refused to discuss the issue with Caribbean leaders this week, but made a dramatic U-turn following extensive public outcry, and Home Secretary Amber Rudd also apologised in Parliament and vowed to resolve the issue. The crisis arose after an unknown number of individuals, who arrived from the Caribbean as children but never applied for British passports or citizenship, have faced growing threats of deportation. These individuals have also faced huge hurdles in regards to accessing rented homes, work, and services such as state pensions and NHS treatment, after the government imposed new rules demanding a proof of residence. In reference to Brexit, Mrs May has vowed that EU citizens who have lived in the UK for at least 5 years can apply for settled status, but they will be obliged to pay a fee. Sajjad Karim, a Conservative MEP who supported Remain, demanded that better safeguards were needed for EU citizens. He said, "If the British Home Office and our justice system have so demonstrably failed in protecting Windrush British citizens, how can EU non-Brits have confidence that their rights will be properly protected? Frankly, today they can't." This poisoned immigration debate, built entirely on a false premise, must stop. The nervousness amongst Brits who came as immigrants and their offspring is considerable, and justifiably so.